Hey everyone, welcome back to another Godzilla Battleline video, and today I want to talk to you about buff stacking and stacking heals. First things first, do not mind my video. I don't know why it's like randomly speeding up or randomly freezing towards the end of the footage. What's important in the footage is being captured, and it is the health of my G89 right there. So, to talk about stacking heals, we actually have to talk about stacking buffs in general. You can place as many buffs or debuffs as you want on a target as long as they are not the same type of buff. For example, if I place Manila on the field, right, and then I actually wouldn't even work with Manila. If I place Ultima on the field, right, and then I use G89 boost on Ultima for 50% damage, and then I drop Batra on top of Ultima, Ultima is not getting a 70% damage boost. You are giving him the Batra boost. What happens is, if you give a unit two boosts of the same type, in this case Batra and G89 Leader are both giving attack boosts, the buff that you give the unit is going to be the last buff that you give them. So I can give Ultima a G89 buff, it's going to give him 50% damage, but as soon as Batra buff takes over, now the damage is 30%. You're not doing a 70% increase. You're just replacing the previous buff with whatever the newest one was. A special scenario is Biollante. Biollante's in the water right now. You can see she has the damage buff because she's going to give herself an 80% damage buff when she's in the water, right? So what happens is if you give her Batra buff, she's going to take the Batra buff for however long that's available for. It's like 15 seconds or something like that, or like 10 seconds, whatever. And then when that goes away, as long as she's still in the water, she will gain back her 80% because that's just how her ability works, right? So Biollante's special case, but every other unit in the game, right? If you stack the buff, that buff will replace the previous buff. So with that being said, we can talk about the healing. There's two different kinds of healings in this game, so it's not like we're giving someone two different attack boosts in percentage, right? Different buffs. We are giving a regen buff or flat out healing. So you can see on the screen the Biollante, right? When I use the Mothra Leader ability, and even on the G89, that heart with the clock, that signifies regen. There's only two units in the game that have regen icons like that. There's two that definitely give regen. There's one that we think might give regen. The two that definitely give regen is Godzilla Terrestris. When you place him on the field, he has for 10 seconds, he'll regain 110% of his health every second for 10 seconds, and he'll have that regen icon. And the next is the Mothra Leader, who will give 4% of a unit's health every second for 30 seconds. So this gives, the regen is a percent health. The percentage of health gained on a unit will increase the higher the level that unit's health is, the higher level that unit is, right? That's why you see my G89 can regain. G89 has a ton of health, right? Regenning health on G89 is huge because 4% of his total health back is a massive number, right? We think Fire Rodan also is percent healing, but Fire Rodan does not give the regen icon, so I cannot comment on what Fire Rodan does or doesn't do. What we do know is Psychic Chorus is a flat number. The number of healing or HP that you get back from using Psychic Chorus isn't affected by a unit's level. It's affected by Psychic Chorus's level. It's going to be flat across the board for everyone. All level 30 Psychic Chorus are going to be the same. Obviously, all 30 regens on G89s are going to be the same. But if your Godzilla 89 is 20 and mine's 30, I'm getting more health back from the regen, right? But both of our Psychic Choruses are 30. We're getting the same amount of health back from those Psychic Choruses. So two different kinds of healing, a flat number that goes up and a percent. As far as we can tell, the percent healings don't stack the same way normal buffs do. They do not stack. However, you can see on the screen, if you look at my G89's health when he attacks this Mecha Godzilla Leader, he's not only getting his health regenerated from the Mothra buff, he's also gaining health from the Psychic Chorus every season, keeping him alive much longer than he should be in this scenario. He still goes down pretty quickly, right? But you can see his health bar is fighting with the other people, the other units. You can heal a ton of health back with Mothra and Psychic Chorus. I've seen a lot of videos talking about this, or a lot of videos showcasing this, but not a lot of videos explaining how it exactly works. So that's your explanation. Some good units that I would use this strategy on Psychic Chorus and Mothra Leader. Mega Gearus for sure has a lot of health, pretty tanky. Anguirus is pretty tanky. G89 is pretty tanky. Even Kiryu, you know, dropping Kiryu down on the enemy, because that combo would be 10 energy. Send Kiryu down, drop Psychic Chorus, drop the Mothra heal. If you have like a level 6 Kiryu, you're going to be keeping him alive for way longer, right? Or even you could give Gigan, if you wanted to use Gigan, or the Stealth Bomber a buff. If you could get them to the leader and boost them, it'll keep them alive for way longer. this strategy is pretty good just to keep any unit alive, but specifically units with a ton of health like G89 or Godzilla 1954, these units will benefit the most from stacking both kinds of heals. So I just wanted to go over exactly how it works and what you can or cannot stack. I've seen a lot of talk about it recently, a lot of videos posted online, but not a lot of like in-depth explanations. So I hope this makes sense. If you understand anything I said, awesome. If you didn't understand, ask a question in the comments, because I will try to answer them as best that I can. Or if you're in the Discord and you have a question, just add me and I'll answer your question. But with that being said, I hope you understand how to stack these heals and how to not stack your buffs. I'm looking at you, battery users. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.